Wait. What? This isn't a celestial build? Seriously, guys. We need to sort this shit out. Let's do it. Okay, that's a little bit better. Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a build video that's a little bit off my normal game of celestial gear, but I think it's pretty effective for PvP and World Commanding. So I'm going to be doing that on the basis that hopefully celestial gear will be getting a buff soon, especially in PvP. So after this I will add a little bit on the end, or a little added video for you guys so you can see if it actually works with celestial. If not, you can carry on sticking with the same build. So let's get started. It's a pure bunker build. Now bunker build NGs are ridiculously strong against anything that isn't condition based, and even condition based builds struggle against us. It's great for playing in team arena. If you've got a friend that can come in and help you burst, it would be fantastic. You're allowed to call for help as a bunker, obviously. The more help you've got, the better. I like to play with another bunker eng, and it means that we can keep conditions off each other pretty happily. So, first of all, I've got the 10-inch explosives for the accelerate packed turrets. Now, knockbacks are the way you keep yourself alive with this build. It means that you can fight for days and days and days without any real issue. It's a pretty simple trait, and the dodge as well gives you a little heal, so you do a little bit of damage and a little bit of healing. It's quite helpful. Stabilized armor in inventions, 20% reduction when you're knocked down. Stability is a little bit of a funny issue with engineers anyway. We don't really have reliable stability. But we do have stun breakers, but we don't really need it if we take the damage reduction trait in this build. Movement speed increase because you want to get around the map as much as possible. Now, this one, again, interchangeable, but I personally like it due to the fact that I like to be able to move around and help out in... I tend to stick close and then head towards mid, but for World v World as well, this makes it a huge benefit for getting around in a fight much quicker than normal. And then bomb explosions heal. You'll be sitting in bomb kit 90% of the time, so this just gives you almost passive regen, which is very handy as a bunker build. Also, it means that you'll be doing damage to them while they're trying to do damage to you and healing yourself. It's almost the no-brainer trait of this build. The other one is Alchemy. We go into Alchemy for the Elixir S. Now, Elixir S is a good one because it gives you a get out of jail free card pretty much. If someone comes in and bursts you to 25%, hits you hard and immobilizes you, for some reason you're having a bit of issues, it saves your life. Also, another trait that can be changed out. There is a few acidic coating, works pretty well. It gives them the blind and protection injection, which means that you take 53% less damage when you get knocked down. That is... Okay. So I take protection injection in tier 2. I tried out a new build the other day. That's why I had the blood injection, but don't try that. It's not worth it. So we'll go for the protection for knockdown. So now I've got a 53% damage reduction if I get knocked down, which means that my bunker build again is very helpful because there's a lot of stuns and hammers and daisies that go around, especially from Hambo warriors. It pretty much means you're a hard counter to them because they can't put enough damage into you, or especially when you're stunned. And finally, in this tree, I've gone for backpack regenerator, which is 132 every second, which is a huge amount of healing. Keeps you alive for days in there. Add that with a bomb, we're now pretty much... That's a half-second heal, so 191 every half seconds as long as you're casting bombs, which puts you to, if my maths was any good, I'd tell you that it was 382 every second. plus 132 there, which means you're getting about 500 healing every second, which isn't bad. For my amulet, I've gone Soldier's Amulet, Power, Toughness, Vitality. You won't be doing any condition damage with this build. Although bombs are nice, they're not really conditioned, they're power based. So it means that you put out not the best damage in the world, but if you've got a squishy squishy berserker coming at you, you can at least bomb them to death. You will beat them before they beat you quite happily, or they'll leave. Also, it means that you're actually putting out a relatively good amount of damage to other bunkers, but the real thing is that you're going to be knocking people off point rather than trying to kill them with actual damage. You just keep them at about 50% health, and if you've got a decent thief on your team, he will come in and burst it down for you and then leave again. That's how I play anyway. On my runes, Dolyak runes, toughness, vitality, and health regen. More health regen is very, very handy. Pretty much this build is all about surviving long enough that you can keep your point, keep people knocked down, and you've just got the constant tick of your health going up. So again, health regen is gonna be off the charts for this build. Finally, weapons, pistol, shield. Pistol, shield's obviously a win one. I've gone for force. I can't actually find any decent weapon runes for this build. The reason being that everything's on crit, and as you can see, we have a really, really low crit chance. So hopefully with the sigil changes coming in and the amulet change, this might work with a celestial build. It will give us more crit, and it'll be on hit rather than on crits soon for healing aspects of the game. So we'll see how that one pans out. I've gone for 5% force, as I said, just gives me that extra bit of damage, which means that I can put a little bit of pressure into the team and gain healing each time you kill a foe. As I said, these aren't the best runes. They're not sigils, sorry. They're not fantastic for what you want to do, because as a bunker, there's a good chance that you will die when they bring in their team. At the end of the day, you're in an attrition fight, and if someone comes in to burst you before your team gets in to help, you're going to go down. So stacking sigils aren't great, but it does give you a little bit of extra healing. So that's why I use it. So let's go for our utilities. Utilities, I've got pistol shield, obviously. Use the magnetic shield. It's a knockback blast finisher. Healing turret, cleansing burst, cures condition. It's your only real condition removal in this build that's core to the build. Bomb kit, obviously bomb kit is the way you survive. You've got all your healing on every bomb you do. You've got an immobilize to stop people running away while you're bombing them. But smoke bomb is fantastic if you've got a few people in there, because it pulses and it keeps them off you for that little bit longer. You're not going to survive forever on a 3v1 or 4v1, but you will survive quite happily 2-on-1 bunkers, and you will quite happily survive a burst build, no issues. I've also taken Thumper Turret. Now, Thumper Turret is fantastic because, again, it's another blast finisher, which means you've now got a lot of blasts to be putting into your water field. With the Rumble, that's a blast finisher. You've got the Overcharge on your Thumper Turret and the Detonate, which is 3 blast finishers into your water field, which puts your health all the way back up to full. Great way of resetting the fight. Big old bomb, another blast finisher, fantastic. Your shield is a blast finisher, and the Detonate on your healing turret itself is a blast finisher. Now, you're looking at about 7 blast finishers in this build normally, which makes it fantastic for suddenly spike healing you and your team up if there's any issues. Supply crate again is the best one because it puts huge amounts of healing on a point, as well as an immobilize, a stun. It can just push a fight to reset for you. So it also means that if you've got pesky thieves on you, which tend to come out and cause a little bit of issues, if there's two of them, it will stun them, giving you enough time to run away and heal yourself up. Again, you're not going to win forever against double burst, but you can survive long enough to get help, hopefully. The final one I've run is I use Elixir Gun. I like it because it's got the extra stun break, and you've got your pulse heal for the area, some Condi cleanse as well. It only clears one, unfortunately, on the drop, but because I play with another bunker eng who runs the same thing, we can remove 5 conditions off each other while putting out some poison as well. Also, that poison is really effective against, as I said, Hambo warriors, who pretty much are you're their hard counter to, because it reduces the effectiveness of their healing signet when you need to put that bit of power out. So that is the overall build.
There you go, guys. All in all, it wasn't the best game of PvP, but we did win. It did show the bunker build being pretty effective against 3 players. So, thanks for watching my video, and I will speak to you later. Bye-bye.